Well, hey fellas, in case you don't recognize him, we got Mr. Fortuncookie out there. He's getting all set up. We're out here at the Paulsbo Ranch. Look at him.
It's a great restaurant out here.
Yeah, he's out here with his daughter, and we're just having a good old time, just running through some targets and doing some shooting, just have a little fellowship, fellow shooters, just having a good time.
And it's a great Washington day out here. The weather's perfect. You know, it's just perfect day out here.
A little overcast, but we're good with that. That's a good thing. So I'll tell you what, we'll be right back in just a second. Okay guys, out here shooting with Cookie. Brought his daughter out here with him, and he's having a pretty good time. You know, she's shooting a Sport 22 Smith & Wesson.
So then I made a sight adjustment, and you were shooting here. It didn't really move it over like I wanted it to, but it changed the elevation too much. So I adjusted it back down. Then you started shooting better. This is what you were shooting there, that last magazine full. That's not bad. Why don't you take this and tape up some of these holes around the outside?
You know, we're just out here having
the ones
fun.
in the yellow.
Anyway, so did a little bit of 45 work there, and I also went and shot my 44. This is all shot one-handed at 25 yards. This is 44, that's 44, that's 44, and the rest of this is 45. I got either one or two there. There might be a 44 in that one.
Dave, there was a day that I could shoot like that, and I couldn't shoot like that now if I had to pay for it.
Oh.
Yeah, that one-handed at 25 yards.
I'm out of practice.
That is very decent shooting.
I need to practice. I need to get into a league. I need to get back into it. Man, I used to just eat this center out every time. It'd just be one great big giant hole there.
You bullseye shooters had to do that.
Oh yeah,
if you didn't
absolutely.
do that, you weren't going to be competitive.
It's one thing to shoot that way at 25 yards, but you also have to shoot at 50 yards with that sort of accuracy in order to, gain any points.
So see, that silhouette bullet's trying to group, but I threw a couple of them out. I think that was the first shot. That one, I don't know which one that was, but it's trying to group. At 25 yards, that'd be a lot tighter. But
this is 50 yards.
Yeah, 50 yards. That's
and not only that, you've sighted the gun in for what, 25 or 12 and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, I can leave that because I can shoot that some more.
Oh yeah. And I can see got a little sacrificial target right here. We're gonna go ahead and set up.
I want to shoot that, Dave. So leave that alone for a little while.
Okay, I'm gonna set it up here for you. There we go. So I'll tell you what, guys, we'll be right back with more with the Cookie.
Cut a notch here and
Okay, fellas, we're having a little practical shooting here with Cookie, and he's going to try to hit that cartridge out there at 50. Yep. You're a little bit to the left.
Well, I'm not zeroed in. Just shooting for a group over there on the target. You're shooting to the left?
Yeah, you're shooting to the left a little bit. Oh, you nailed it. Yeah, you got it right. It was low, but you still got it. So that's what counts. It's still down there. See if you can make it jump again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you got a piece of it that time.
Well, it's not hard with this thing.
Yeah, he's shooting at the little cartridge thing. You're nailing it, guy.
Have you watched us try to split arrows, split cards with arrows?
Not with arrows, but I've seen him do it with pistols. Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane.
Oh yeah. You know, the main thing about that is having your hold and your point of aim. And you're not looking at the card.
at
just
all.
trying to hit the center
Not at all.
where that.
But with an arrow, it's crazy because the point, if you're off at all, pierce the card,
Yeah.
right? But it won't split the card. I've
You're-
only
you're
got
quite the
2/3
archer from
through
what I
a card
understand.
before it deviates. That's the best.
You're quite the archer, from what I understand. You're really into archery. That's cool.
My foundation in shooting was helpful.
Well, your dad is an icon. I mean, he really, really does have a love for the sport, and he wants everybody to enjoy it. And you know, I'll tell you what. You know, so do I. So do everybody out there on YouTube and that sort of thing. And the thing that's going down with YouTube right now, well, you know, you can't really do anything about that except for, you know, adapt. You know, and basically, you know, that's what we're doing.
There truly are some people who are crazy, and so
Yeah.
I don't blame them for what they're trying to do.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, he, are you back to shooting targets now?
Yep.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna take a shot at that with my Ruger.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna try this one-handed and see how it does it.
That Ruger's a monster.
It is. These are those 14.5 grams of A number 7. And if you notice something, I use a shot glove. I do this mainly to protect my fingers from the trigger guard.
Yeah. I get beat up on that.
Yeah, it's murder. So anyway,
Hey, who let you in? I left the gate open, didn't I? Anybody can come in then. I climbed out.
To the right of the whole target or to the
No, to the right of the hole. See that, Robert? You see that, Robert?
Oh boy.
I'll come back.
You nicked it.
Or do you want me to sign one now?
No, get it later.
Okay.
This is at 50 yards. One hand off hand at 50 yards.
I need to practice. You know, this might sound a little nuts, like a little crazy, like
Yeah.
I didn't take my medicine. You have to convince yourself to believe. That's what shooting is. You got to convince yourself you believe in it.
That's a big part of it.
It is a huge part. Shot a little high.
Yep, that was high. You gotta get on this thing.
Well, I Silhouette, there was a religious order of TC Contender shooters. Those guys were like an ancient religion.
That's right.
No, it's alright.
Yeah, let's go down and check them out. But I think we're gonna be cleaning up this one.
Ah,
Moved it, but I don't know if we hit it or not.
yeah, I think you moved it. Pulled that one a little low.
Not as easy to hit as it seems.
Yeah. As you can see, guys, we have fun. It isn't all about serious and paper, and we gotta shoot 10s and X's. You know, it's about having fun too. You know, this is fun. Oh, little low, little low.
Well, given enough shots, we're gonna hit it.
Yeah, sooner or later. I'll tell you what, you're scaring the hell out of it. Oh,
That might have been a little high, I thought.
what'd you say that load was? That was the Silhouette bullet.
7.5 grains of universal.
There you go. You know, some guys on Bullseye would switch up powders. They would shoot like Bullseye for a little bit, and then they would get too used to it, the way it reacted in their hand. So they would start pulling shots and stuff like that, pulling them down, pulling them to the left, the right, whatever.
Yeah.
So they would change it up, and they would shoot like 700X for a while because it had a different reaction in their hand and a different way that the slide moved. So you really had to go back to concentrating again. And so, you know, then they would get used to that. Then they would move on to something else, and they would come back to Bullseye, or they'd shoot 231. And so it was one of those things where you can't get too used to it. That's where you start getting sloppy.
Okay.
You know?
You want to try shooting that one?
No, I'm gonna work up. I'm still squirting off 22s.
Start cleaning up if you would in about 10 minutes.
Well, hey guys, we'll be heading out here pretty soon. We're going to be closing up the range here in about 10 minutes.
We're almost done.
So it's just been an afternoon of fun and getting together with Cookie up here and having a little fellowship and getting together, and this has just been great, you know. It could be a lot better, man. We could have loads of bacon here. We could have the Kentucky Patriot here. We could have Uncle Jim even show up if he'd behave himself. And, you know, we'll all be good. So, anyway, this is Thorzax, and we'll be signing out, and we'll be catching you later. You guys have a good one.
Very challenging distance.